How to turn what you know into a clear digital offer, right? So before building a webinar, funnels, automations, any sales pages, or any marketing campaigns, it is first important that we must understand what you're selling, what your digital growth system begins with, and that's pretty much your offer. Okay. So I'm going to break
Okay.
that down. We're going to go over that. So the goal is what you'll learn today. So by the end of this training, I want you to understand what a digital offer is, the difference between expertise, information, a product, and an offer, how to identify what you're qualified to help people with, how to identify the audience that you may want to serve, how to recognize problems people will pay you to solve, how to define the result your offer should create, how to organize your knowledge into a simple method, how to identify the type of digital offer you want to create. Okay. So the goal
Mhm.
is to build a strong foundation before packaging, pricing, being able to host webinars, creating the right messaging, and again, building any funnel and automation systems. Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool. So why the offer comes first? So many people start with a course name, creating logos, creating websites, creating webinar titles, funnels and workbooks and things like that, right? So those
Mhm.
are just pieces, but they are not the foundation of your offer. So what is an offer? Okay. The offer is who the marketing is for, what problem the messaging addresses, what result the webinar will teach, what the funnel is designed to sell, and what the follow up system promotes. Okay. So if your
Okay.
offer is unclear, the entire digital growth system becomes unclear.
Okay.
So we have to make sure that we're building upon a clear foundation. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to break this down a little bit further. Let me move all of these extra panels out of the way. Okay. So again, what is a digital offer? A digital offer is a structured solution that helps a specific person solve a problem or reach a desired result. So a digital offer could possibly include coaching, membership, like a membership community,
Mhm.
consulting. You can build a course. You can create templates and resources. You can offer live trainings, have support and accountability, right? You can build a community. So again, a
Mhm.
digital offer is not simply the information placed online, but it is a complete solution that gives the right person a reason to invest with you. So the bigger picture here is again, what is the specific problem that you are solving to help someone reach a desired result? So I want you to be able to think about that. Okay.
Okay. Say that
So I
one
want
more
you,
time. Let me write that down.
okay. So a digital offer it is not, so these are things that makes up an offer, right? Coaching,
Mhm.
consulting, courses, memberships. All of those things can be built around your offer, but specifically the offer is a what problems do you solve to help an individual reach a desired result?
Okay.
Okay? So, we want to keep these 5 questions in mind. So, this is what every offer should answer. Who this is
Okay.
for, who the offer
Mhm.
is for. Again, number 2, what problem does it solve? What result does it help create? How will the result be achieved? And then finally, number 5 is what does the customer receive?
Okay.
So a clear offer makes the opportunity easy to understand and easy to say yes to. So when it comes to building programs, when it comes to building products, we want to be able to, we don't never start with creating the product first or creating
Mhm.
a digital product or creating a community or creating services, right? We want to first
Okay.
identify what problem is this product going to solve for someone? What problem is this coaching offer going to solve for someone? If I create, like you mentioned before, you created like templates and um
Mhm.
digital ebooks and things like that. A lot of times people start with building those first, but don't even understand what problem is going to solve for someone and why they should say yes to buying. If
Mm,
we don't have that clear understanding, it's going to be hard to promote it because we don't really know who we're promoting it to.
okay.
So this is where offer building and offer creation comes into place.
Okay.
Once we have an understanding here, then we can start brainstorming on, okay, um, what products can I create? What digital products will be beneficial, be valuable to someone? If you create it, once you create your your mid-ticket offer, if you build a community, which I will recommend we start there. So in order to build our digital growth system, we want to start with low ticket, mid ticket, and work our way up to high ticket. Low ticket could be low ticket offer could be a community. You start with bringing people into a community, and they pay you on a monthly subscription base, right? You start
Mm-hmm.
building up the trust, you start building up the value in there, and then from there you can lead with you have a course or you do weekly calls, right? But again, before we build out the structure around that, we have to get clear on
Mm-hmm.
the offer. We have to get clear on the offer. Okay.
Okay.
So when we talk about our expertise, information, and products, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we talk about expertise, again, it's like, so when we first started, I was asking, like, what is it that you feel is the most top thing that people ask you for? So, what is it that you feel that you know and you understand that you have experience in or you know how to do? So, these
Mm-hmm.
four components is going to help build that offer as well, because the goal is to take what you already know, to take your
Mm-hmm.
expertise and to digitize that and monetize it online. And we're going to take that and package it into an offer. Okay.
Okay.
So, what information or what can you explain or teach about your expertise? Once we know and we have identified the expertise, the level of expertise, the information
Mm-hmm.
and the knowledge that you have, how can we take that and format it? What format can we use to deliver this information and support?
Okay.
And then finally, the complete solution. Your expertise, your information in the product, that now becomes the offer. The complete solution that combines the audience, problem, result,
Mm-hmm.
your specific 3-step, 4-step method, right? And now we're gonna package that up into the support that you're gonna provide, and then package it into a price.
Okay.
Okay. So these four terms are connected, but they're not the same. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna break each of them down. Let me know if I'm moving too fast and if you need me to slow
Mm-mm.
down.
Am I gonna have like access to this screen
To
so
the
I can
screen.
see? Yeah, so I can see, or do I need to take a picture of it?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you the presentation, and
Oh, okay.
you're gonna have access to the recording. Yeah, it's gonna
Oh,
be
good.
this is gonna be posted. All the replays is gonna be posted in the school community.
Okay, cool.
hmm So again, we're gonna break each one of those four components down. So a product
Mhm.
is not automatically an offer, like we already talked about, right? We can create products all day long, but that doesn't build up your offer enough to make people want to buy. Okay.
Okay.
So a product again could be a 6-week course. It could be a community like we already kind of discussed. But
Mm-hmm.
what will make the product, what differentiates the product from the offer is a 6-week course is just a 6-week course.
Mm-hmm.
But what we're gonna create is a 6-week guided improvement program that helps aspiring entrepreneurs understand their credit profile, correct common reporting issues, prepare to pursue business funding with greater confidence. So that's just an example. So you see
Okay.
how that particular statement it
Mm-hmm.
encompasses what the solution is and the problem that we're solving.
Okay.
So instead of telling somebody to say, "Hey," they came to you and they say, "Hey, Sherry, how can you help me?" Are you gonna say, you instead of saying, "Hey, I have a digital product that you could buy that's going to help you create templates," they're gonna be like, "Okay, how is this helping me really?"
Right.
Right? So how can we package up the digital products? How can we package up these templates in such a way where it's like, okay, these digital templates, these digital products is going to help you save time, money, energy, and effort so that you can take your business to the next level. so that you can be able to sell and make more money in your business. That's just an example, right?
Okay.
So now they're like, okay, cool. I don't have to create my own graphics. I don't have to, do X, Y, and Z. These particular products is gonna allow me to be able to save time, energy, money, effort, and make more money in my business because now I have an additional service that I can offer. Okay. So again, an offer is a specific person. So we talked about before that you want to work with event decorators, event planners, event space owners, right?
Mhm.
I think there was one more. What was the other one?
They're beginning.
Okay,
People that are beginning.
okay. So when we say we want to work with beginners, then I want you to go and I want you to think about
Hmm.
what would it take to help a beginner get from point A to point C, or from A to Z, from A to B. Like where in there, where along that process can you help them? I know we probably can't take them from A to Z, but how and what will be your process to help them to get from A to G as
Okay.
a beginner? Okay. And then why are you specifically choosing beginners? We have to think about that as well. As a beginner, what is the problems that they're experiencing? What is the pain that they are currently dealing with? And once we identify that as a beginner, their pain, their problem, and their frustration, how can we create a solution around their existing problems and help them get to point G in the process along
Okay.
their journey? Okay. So again, we want to identify that specific person. What is the meaningful problem? What is the clear result? And then what is your process that you're going to use to help them get through to that end result?
Okay.
Okay. So people buy movement, right? A lot of times people say, if the price makes sense, then I'll buy. But a lot of times it's really not about the price, it's about the solution that they're getting,
Hmm.
right? So information is everywhere. People invest because they want clarity, structure, support, accountability, and results.
Hmm.
So as a coach, consultant, service provider, community, however you want to identify yourself, right? You have to
Hmm.
make sure that every step along your process, along the journey in which you're going to help someone is clear. Because if people are confused, they won't buy. If they're scattered or feel stuck, there's no progress being
Hmm.
made. Okay. So every strong offer creates movement. So if they're confused, we want to make sure they have full clarity. If they're scattered, we want to make sure we give them an organized way to be able to help them get to that end result.
Hmm.
Okay, if they're stuck, how can we help them get unstuck and and help them to create progress along their journey? Okay, if
Hmm.
what they're currently doing is currently manual, how can we help them automate that process? Like you talked about systems. Systems is very important as a business owner. So
Hmm.
yes, we can talk about the software. So I asked you, can you teach them systems? Okay, it's more than just the software. It's the process of systems that they need to create and have in place.
Hmm.
Because we can hand anybody a software, and most people don't know how to use a software. But if we tell them, hey, you need to have this type of system in place, and this is what you need to build in the software that you have. Like currently for you, you're using Cream, right? I think that's the name of it.
Hmm.
So inside of your Cream system, what tools? I'm gonna reframe that. Inside of your Cream software, what systems have you created? What processes have you created that will allow you to go from running your business on a manual level to having things automated? Is your onboarding automated? Is lead generation automated? Is payment collection automated? Is people being able to book calls with you automated, right? So these are the different things that if you're going to teach them systems, you have to share like, hey, in order to help you save more time in your business, we need to make sure that as a lead come in, what is the process that you're taking them through? When you when they how are they able to book a call with you? How are they able to make that deposit or that retainer with you? If somebody came across you through social media, what is the next step for them? Do they have to wait and hear and get a response from you. So
Mhm.
that's how we're going to take them from manual operations to having things automated. Okay. So again, a
Okay.
digital offer should help people move from knowing to doing, to taking action.
Okay.
Okay. So we don't want to reinvent the wheel. Okay. We
Mhm.
don't want to try to create a process that you don't have understanding of or things that you don't know. We want to start with what you already know.
Mhm.
Okay. Because you're in the beginning phases, right? We don't want to make it complex. We don't want to complicate the process, right? So your first
Right.
offer does not have to be invented from scratch. Your
Mhm.
offer can come from your professional experience, personal experience, a problem that you have already been able to solve for others,
Mhm.
a process that you regularly use on a day-to-day basis within your business that you can teach somebody and is duplicatable,
Mhm.
and a skill people already ask you about every day.
Okay.
So those are like one, two, three, four, five things that I want you to kind of think about, and I want you to kind of start like jotting those things down.
Okay.
Because once you have a clear understanding, again, is like, what is my expertise? What do people really ask me on a day-to-day basis? If I was to teach someone else, what is that exact thing that I will teach them? Okay. So
Mhm.
again, what is it that you already know? What have you done? What do people need? Those three things again equals a strong offer. Okay.
Okay.
Then then we got to go to the marketplace. Okay. We can be passionate about a lot of things, but do is what we passionate about actually a solution to someone's problem? Okay. So the market is going to help us identify what those real problems are and help us to create a clear result. And once we position that, people are willing to pay for it.
Mhm.
Okay. So your niche creates focus. So we already know your niche, your lane of expertise is event decor, event planning, creativity, and different things around that, right?
Mhm.
So when we are creating a niche or we're choosing a specific target audience, we want to be specific with it. Okay.
Mhm.
Too broad means entrepreneurs, women, coaches, small businesses. That's just too broad. Okay.
Okay.
We want to be more specific. Coaches who want to use webinars to sell a premium program. Service based business owners who want to reduce manual follow up. That's being like more specific. Okay.
Okay.
Then we want to be able to identify what is audience versus ideal client versus a qualified buyer. Because we can choose our ideal client and choose a specific audience, but are those
Mhm.
qualified buyers?
Okay.
So you said, okay, I want to work with beginners. Beginners may be a good niche, but are they a qualified buyer?
Right.
Are they a qualified buyer? And a lot of times when you find beginners, do they already have a business mindset? Do they already have the work ethics? Do they already understand that it's going to take money to make money, right? Are they
Mhm.
willing to invest into themselves to learn the knowledge and gain the blueprint that they need to be able to take their business to the next level?
Okay. Yep. That makes sense because when you just said that, what you just said made sense. So if I'm saying beginners, like anybody could be a beginner, and that could be somebody that, is not ready to take it to the next level. But if I have people maybe that decorate already and they just do it for a hobby, then those
Uh-huh.
could be people that would be interested in taking it to another level because they already do it versus somebody that's just brand new that
Absolutely.
so that makes sense. Okay, I see what you're
Because
saying.
you can say, okay, are you an existing um event decorator that is running your, or I won't even say a business, but let's just say, are you someone that have the passion, the creativity, and people are already calling on you to do event decorating, or but you're running it as a side hustle.
Mm-hmm.
and you want to be able to systemize, structure, and take your business and scale your business to the next level. Take this
Mm-hmm.
side hustle and turn it into a business.
Mm-hmm.
Versus, are you an aspiring event decorator that you have the desire, but you haven't even moved on that desire yet? That's
And
gonna
it
be a
seems
little.
like those people will probably want to do it as a hobby, as
Hmm.
opposed to people that are already doing it as a hobby. They would want to scale to the next level.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I got you. That makes a
So,
lot of
so,
sense.
so we gotta see, like, are we looking to take people from A to C, or do we want to start in the middle and take people who's already at C and take them to F?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Yes.
Or do we have people like you that's in the field every day, that's working the business, but now they want to take their expertise and that
Mm-hmm.
skill set and now digitize it and create digital offers.
Mm-hmm.
So there's different levels of people that you can
Mm-hmm.
choose to work with.
Okay.
And you
That
can
makes
choose that based on your level of expertise.
okay.
You're not at the beginning stage. So you can be able to take people who's where you're at and help them go further.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Okay. Any questions before I proceed?
No,
All right, cool. How much time do you have?
I'm good.
Okay, perfect. Because we got a long presentation.
Okay.
All right, cool. Because we got some homework after this.
Okay.
Share phone. Okay, cool. All right. So again, we were just talking about taking audience, to determine your audience versus ideal client versus qualified buyers. So an
Mm-hmm.
audience again is a broad group of interested people, a broad group of people that's interested in a specific topic.
Mm-hmm.
An ideal client is a specific person with a problem and desired result. A qualified buyer is someone with need, urgency, readiness, and buying power. Like they know they have a problem, they're looking for a desired result, they're
Mm-hmm.
ready to take action, and I need help now. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? And when
Yes.
it say, and when it talks about buying power, they have the funds to be able to actually invest into themselves. And if they don't have the funds, they're willing to go out and fish to get the funds,
Mm-hmm.
right? Leveraging credit, buy now, pay later options, whatever they need to do, they're willing to do that to sacrifice to invest into their business.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, what counts as expertise? Again, expertise is not limited to your degrees, certifications, or any formal titles.
Mm-hmm.
Expertise can come from all the education that you have, training, employment, business ownership, personal experience, the repetitive tasks and different things that you do on a day to day basis, the
Mm-hmm.
research, mentorship, like you hear in this mentorship, you're gaining more information and knowledge. This same
Mm-hmm.
information and knowledge that you learn, you could take and teach it to someone else. You've been
Mm-hmm.
in other programs, whatever it is that you learn and that you can adapt and that you have implemented, that
Mm-hmm.
same level of knowledge you can take and repeat it, and I ain't gonna say repeat it, but teach it to someone else as
Mm-hmm.
well. Okay. So
Okay.
experience should be connected to your honesty and level of responsibility. So never
Mm-hmm.
promise results that you're not qualified to help create.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's why I say, at what level do you feel most comfortable with of being able to take someone either from A to C, C to G, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Based on what you've been able to achieve yourself as well.
Okay.
Okay. So the three sources of offer ideas. Most digital offers begin from one or more of these areas. So we already talked about what you know that comes from your skills, your education, knowledge, training. Okay. So what have you
Mm-hmm.
done? What have you personally been able to do within your business that you can teach others? The results
Mm-hmm.
that you've been able to produce for yourself and others. Okay. So
Okay.
within your lane of business and expertise, you have you're an event decorator, so you've been able to take people's visions and turn it into take people's ideas and create visions and create
Mm-hmm.
lasting memories, and you know what I'm saying? So you have the skills to, like you're talking about, you're developing more on your sales process, you're developing more on how to properly price, you're developing more on making sure that there's a retainer in place to take care of the time that you are investing
Mm-hmm.
into communicating with people. So those are things that you could teach people, because if they're just going out and trying to service people with no direction, and they're spending all this time and they're not getting compensated for their time, they're losing out. So
Mm-hmm.
those are things that you can teach because you're learning that and you're implementing it on a day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what do people need? Problems people are actively trying to solve. So the strongest offer usually sits at the intersection of all three. You know
Okay.
something, you have evidence, you have proof, and the market has a problem connected to it.
Okay.
Okay. So again, passion is helpful, but it is not strong enough. Okay.
Okay.
So for me, just to kind of give a backstory, I started my business as a design, print, and marketing company. That was my passion. My passion was I wanted to take my printing company, I wanted to be the top printing company in the city of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
That was my passion for a very long time, right? But as
Mm-hmm.
I continued to develop as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, I realized that that passion wasn't enough. It
Mm-hmm.
had to be more. More work has to be put in, more understanding of really being a true business owner, what that really took. So we're a lot of times we start in business not knowing really where we're headed years down the road. I
Mm-hmm.
never knew today I'll be coaching people. I'll be helping people scale their businesses. When I started business, my passion was I'm good at designing. I'm a graphic designer. I'm
Mm-hmm.
good at creating. I'm good at my hands. I can create t-shirts. My creativity behind helping people with their brands and different things like that. That is what I started. That was my passion. But that
Mm-hmm.
passion led me to many other things and open up other opportunities. Okay.
Okay.
So passion can help you remain committed to your work. However, passion alone does not automatically create a sellable offer.
Okay.
Okay. A profitable offer also needs a real audience, a recognizable problem, a desired result,
Mm-hmm.
a reason people want help, a delivery model that works, and a market willing to invest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you want to be able to connect your passion with a true problem that the market already cares about. Okay.
Can I ask you a question? When you were talking, I was just thinking about other people, and I don't know how I could do this. I think this would be more of beginner people, but like I've had people who they just kind of they want to do it themselves, but they don't know how to do it themselves. And I guess that would be like another group of people. Like
When you
these
say when you say do it themselves, what do you mean?
like these people out here that are that don't want to pay somebody like me to come in and do it. They
Mm-hmm.
are the people that want to do it themselves to save money. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if that could be a another group. I don't know. The reason why I'm asking is because I have a friend that has a daughter that's going to college, and
Mm-hmm.
she literally, because of all of her expenses, she can't afford to um pay somebody like me to come in and just do her trunk party. But
Okay.
what she wants to do is to do it herself, but she doesn't know how to do it herself. Like, for instance, because me and her are friends, and she, of course, can't afford to pay me.
Mm-hmm.
But she's been, every day kind of calling, like, I thought I could get this off of Amazon. Should I get this? And what I found myself doing is just kind of telling her, I wouldn't do that. That kind of doesn't make sense. It doesn't look right, even, but you could look at doing this, so like I have found some things off of Amazon for her to do to kind of bring her whole vision together. So I don't know if that could be like is that a group? I mean, I don't want to deal with no cheap people. I don't. And she's cheap. She literally, now I don't know if you looked at my Instagram page, but I recently had made these floral arrangements for her.
Hmm.
Just that's my offer to her for her daughter going to college. But that was the only thing I'm doing because I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time designing everything for her, and she ain't gonna do half the stuff I told her to do. But I did promise her I would do the and since I did it and they came out so nice, I just ended up making a video about it myself. But like I've been kind of telling her along the way, no, don't do that, do this. It'll look better. It's a cheaper way for you to do it, but it looks better than, going to the Dollar Tree and
So,
getting that. So I don't know. My mind
so
is
let
just
me
racing as you're.
so let me ask this question. What's the value of your time? So if I can understand, if I'm understanding your question correctly, somebody who's not willing, or I'm not going to say not willing, who don't
Mhm,
have the funds to be able to pay you to come and set up their event, to
mhm.
decorate their event, you're saying that you want to give them resources
No, I
or
don't want to
walk.
give them nothing. I want to give them, no, ma'am. I've been there, done that. I was just thinking, and again, I veer off into another lane sometime. But as you were talking, I'm thinking, could another group of people be like these mamas who want to just kind of do it themselves, but they still want it to look nice?
How would you help them do it themselves?
That's a good that's a good question. How would I help them do it themselves? I guess they would pay for resources.
That's
I
a
don't know.
vendor's list. You can give them a vendor's list.
That's okay. I
But
can give them a
but
vendor's
I
list. Okay.
wouldn't I think you're putting yourself in this box.
Yeah. Okay.
How can you scale that? Right now we're trying to create a digital growth system
Mm,
that's going to showcase your level of expertise so that you can help, we ain't gonna say the masses,
mm-hmm.
but help those group of people
Mm-hmm.
that's willing to pay you
Mm-hmm.
for your time, for your knowledge, for your expertise
Mm-hmm.
on a one to many level, not one to one.
I got you. So I guess those people would have to just come on in this door and get in with everybody else if they are
They
interested.
don't, those people don't fit in these group of
They
people.
don't fit in that group.
We're
Okay.
not we're not trying to take this group and this group and put them together.
Okay. I
We
see what you're
need
saying.
we need one specific group that has a
Okay.
specific problem that you can solve. That one
Okay.
problem.
Okay. I'm back on the road. Okay.
Yeah. So I want us to think about what group of people, and we talked about event decorators, event planners,
Mm-hmm.
party people, right? That have a specific problem,
Mm-hmm.
and what is that specific problem that you want to solve for these people? Is it creating more income in their business? Is it helping them put systems in place? Is it
Mm-hmm.
helping them create processes? Is it helping them, you know what I'm saying? So, what is it, again, based on your expertise,
Mm-hmm.
that you can create a transformation or solution for?
Mm-hmm.
And what is that 1, 2, 3 step process that's repeatable that you can
Mm-hmm.
continuously teach and help somebody get a result?
So one, okay, so that's like one specific thing. And the one specific thing that I feel like I have down pack now is the process.
What's the process?
And what is the process?
Mm-hmm.
So the process is that you get your client, well, your client wants to inquire about doing an event. So the process is instead of you jumping out going to go see a place, you have a process where they fill out a form and they tell you everything that they want. And then the next step is that You have the discovery call to
Mhm.
figure out everything that they want so you can find out how much money they're willing to spend.
Mhm.
And then from there, you are explaining to them next, like what your bottom line price is for you to go out and do an event.
Mhm.
And then also in that, you're explaining to them the process of what they would have to pay you for you to leave your house to go out and
Mhm.
take a look at their space. Once you
Okay.
go out and you look at their space, then you come back and you get in Canva and you deal with AI and you create something for them to look at, because what I learned is if I come back and tell you backdrop over here, um, sweet table over there, they are not envisioning what I have in my head. So if you put it out and use AI and you use Canva and whatever other, well, those are the two things that I use, then they could see it. Then people get excited, like, yeah, I see it, I want that.
Mhm.
And then you're giving them three options of levels to choose from. And then you put it out to them after, you're doing your Zoom call where you're doing this. And then you put
Mhm.
it out to them. And then, you know, if they decide they want to go with you, good, then we go on to the next level. If not, then you've done your job because you've collected your money for the work that you've already done.
Okay, so let me make sure I understand. So you have a way that once you get a visual of the room or the venue,
Hmm.
that you can render the idea or the de- decorating process with AI.
I can show it to you if you want to see it.
That'd be cool. I think that's something that's a leverage that most people probably don't even know is possible. So
Hmm.
when creating an offer, you can mention, I can help you turn your, this is just an idea, turn your I help you turn your ideas into creativity or visions using AI or something like that.
Hmm.
Or I can help you take your event decorating business to the next level using AI. Or
Hmm.
learn my exact process on how I go from idea to vision to planning with AI.
Hmm.
And then what does that do? If we're leveraging AI, we're able to save time because in all actuality, you don't necessarily have to go to the venue. You can tell the client to send you pictures of the venue and upload those
Well, no,
pictures.
no, nope, nope, nope. I learned the hard way of doing that. I
Okay.
have to go to the venue because that justifies why they are paying me $500 up front.
Okay,
So
makes
when
sense.
you pay me the $500 up front, what you're getting for that $500 is
Mhm.
I immediately tell the day they send me the money, I immediately tell them make an appointment so I can go out and see it because I want to up, and it's not that I'm just appearing to like, let's hurry up and get going. Let me show you what I could do. It's literally like I want to get out there and get this done for you. Since you've sent me this money, now I don't want to waste a week before I go see your place. I want to go see it right now. And they like that because they feel like, oh man, that she going out that quick. So once I get the money, I go out, I walk through the venue with the client and they kind of tell me what they think they want. I'm taking pictures. I got a tape measure. I'm measuring. I'm talking
Mhm.
to the coordinator of the place to see what are the do's and what are the don'ts.
Mhm.
And when I come home, I get on AI, Chat GPT, I load up the original picture, which I do put in my presentation. And then what I put right after that is the transformation. So they'll see, man, you could take this empty place here and make it look like that. They get real excited when I do
That's
that.
a that's a great how can I explain? added bonus to like what you can teach and coach. Because again, most people don't know how
I
to
really
leverage
want to show
AI.
you what I did for this lady
Yeah, I
today.
want to
She
see it. I
was
definitely, I want to see it.
okay.
And but then my next, so you said, okay, so what if you have an out of state client? Are you going to travel to their state to be able to do a rendering of their venue?
I can. So the one that I did, well, this one, this client didn't even live here. He lived in Texas, but he was
Mm,
having his party here. So he was never here for me to walk through with him. So what I did with him was we talked on the phone. I went to the venue and I just did all the work for him. And then I kind of FaceTimed him to
hmm.
show him the space. And then I, you know,
So I
well, that
did.
was another.
So what I'm asking is, what if the venue is out of state and they want to hire you? So like we talked about, you
Mhm.
working with these high level entrepreneurs and they're setting up their masterminds, but their mastermind is in Atlanta. Do you have to travel out to their state, or can you do the same exact process in your own state and they send you pictures?
No, I've decided that it doesn't work for me to see pictures because literally once you get into the space, something that looks at a picture, it might be
Hmm.
smaller. When you get in there, it's 60 feet on one wall. So
Makes
I have a rule that I have to go see the place. So if they wanted me to do something like that, they would have to pay for me to get there. That would be
okay.
included in there.
So that will be included in the 500.
No, no, ma'am. That they
Okay.
would have to cover. No, the
Okay.
500 is me sitting down for 3, 4 days trying to figure out what this could look like. That's what the
Makes sense.
$500 is for.
Okay. Okay, so it's not just like, oh, just a consultation. It's you actually putting a rendering together, you mapping out their vision, things like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. You can share your screen if you have it,
Okay. Let me see if I
the
see it.
rendering.
Let's see. All right. So this is what I did. This was the cover page when I did the presentation. I took her
Okay.
picture. She actually had on a gold dress. I changed it
Mm-hmm.
to a bronze dress because she said that's going to be her color. So this
Okay.
was how I started the presentation. And this is like one of the walls that when we walked in, this is how it looks. And I told her
Okay.
if she wanted to use that for her photo area, I told her that I would drape it.
Okay.
So I draped it.
Oh, so you put those
And
drapes.
then,
Okay. That's nice.
yeah, I did that with AI. And then I gave her this. So I gave her an option of what that could look like. That was level one. Then I
Okay.
gave her another one. I said, well, if you want your picture there, I can put your picture there. Right.
Okay.
Then I told her if she wanted a suite table, it could look like this.
Okay.
And then I told her if she wanted to go up a little bit, she could do like these luxury Louis Vuitton candy bags. And then I could put her name on it, put some flowers on here, and use these big orb balloons. She really liked that.
Mm-hmm.
So then I told her, I said, but if you really want to have it really nice, this is the back end wall. This wall is like 60 feet long. This
Mm-hmm.
wall is actually this wall over here, but I told her that she could have a grand entrance because the door to get in, when you walk in, you're gonna see this wall. I told her I could drape the entire wall for her, and then we could do something like this. I could scape the tables with like velvet tablecloth centerpieces, and then she could have the charger plates. She really, really liked that. And then I gave her this one as another option with with the floor wrap. She could have that. And then for the entrance, this is the way the entrance looked. She could take that entrance. I could actually drape it and make it look like this. So she really liked all of that. And
This is amazing. Like
and
Sherry,
then
who do you who this is amazing. I've never known that this was possible. Who else do you know doing this?
um I don't know. I mean, I learned this from
This you learned this from who?
well, from being in in Kim's class, she kind of
Mhm.
says this is what she does. Now, she just recently said I was already doing this, but she
Mhm.
recently just told us you should do this, like as an introduction. It just looks really nice. So I just did it and I tried it with my client today. She was so impressed. And then at the end of my presentation, these are the options that I gave her of the different levels that she could have.
This
Like I
is
told
amazing.
her,
I
if
I personally never knew this was possible. Remember, I told you I had an event space, and my decorator that I partner with
Mhm.
don't even know that this is possible.
Well, it
So
makes the client want to buy instead of me just showing. So
yeah.
this was one level I told her she could have that one small photo area and she could have the little suites, but it would be between 5 to 7,000. And then I told her if she wanted to do another level, which means this is the bigger level where I'm draping the 60-foot wall, she could have
Mhm.
the suites and me to do the tables. The max would be 13,000. And then if she wanted to add the entryway, I told her the max would be 15,000.
Okay.
So, and then I also told her that I have Klarna, Sezzle, and Affirm because when she saw this, she really wants this. But when she saw that price, she was like, "Oh, my crawl space just flooded from the storm yesterday." And I said, "Well, I have Klarna, Sezzle, and Affirm. So if you want to just sign up with them, you can sign up with them and pay it later." And I told her she could pay it over time, like 6 months, depending on how her credit is. I told her it'd be better to do it that way than to put it on her credit card because you're gonna have to pay interest on it. This way, you don't have the stress of paying the interest and all that. You just, and the good thing with the Sezzle firm and Klarna, if she signs up and she goes for this 15,000, Klarna is gonna send me a full 15,000 and she's gonna have to just deal with paying them back. So if she never pays
Right.
them back, I still now have my full money and she can get her full party and I'm not chasing her for no money. And I also told her, that whatever she picks, I do have to have 50% down and then she can finance the rest. So those are the rules that I have. So the
Okay.
meeting,
So I love this. You can personally create an AI program for event planners, for event decorators.
oh, I can.
Yes. There's thousands of people that don't know this process that you just went through, and this creates a better experience for your client because now they can see the vision without going into, because for example, my event decorator that I was working with when we did our event space, people
Mm-hmm.
came to us and they said, "Hey, I want to set up a prom at your event place or whatever, event space." Okay, cool. What are your colors? What's your vision? We never drew out, my decorator never drew out and showed them anything visually. It was like, we have your colors, what's your theme? And she just set up everything. But this creates a better experience. And you can do this leveraging AI that's going to help you actually know what you're going to create for them going into that event. And it saves more time because you don't have to physically set it up before, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now imagine you just created an AI program that teaches people how to create their renderings, create a better experience in their business, how to be able to visually show the client their actual setup, give
Mhm.
them different tiers and packaging. Um, and that's going to help with the sales process because they can physically see it, visually see the whole like vision. I guarantee you there's a thousands of people that will hop on that.
I would love this.
Yes.
I did another one with my other client that I did the party for at the Marriott. I did the same thing with him. And he chose the top tier because he loved, and what I showed him, I so I gave my like if she decided she wanted this, I would send this to my draping artist, I would send this to my balloon artist, and I would send this to the people that I get my backdrops from so they know exactly what I want. And then it's just easier for me to show them this instead of me trying to describe it to them.
Exactly. Because now you're spending more time trying to brainstorm,
Hmm.
trying to think about how you really want to do your setup when you can put your ideas into AI and AI can build out your scenes, build out your setup. So I think that is something that you can definitely go into and dominate that because I have never seen anybody do this.
Wow.
Now
Okay.
of course I'm not in the lane of event
Hmm.
planning,
Hmm.
but just knowing my decorator who I partnered up with my event space,
Hmm.
never mentioned did anything of this sort. Now she's not tech savvy because she doesn't operate the computer. So
Hmm.
imagine many people who may not be tech savvy that can still learn AI.
And I'm not the best at AI, but I do know how to, you
You
know,
know how to do this and
I
create a
know how to do
presentation.
this.
You don't
That's what
have
I'm saying. I could teach
to.
what I know.
That's what I'm saying. You teach what you know. You don't reinvent the wheel. We're gonna take your expertise that you have. And there's people that I guarantee you go on Facebook. Go if you start not necessarily showing the process of this AI
Hmm.
generation process, but
Hmm.
just created a video that says, I want to show you how you can turn your event decorating business, how you can leverage AI and create these renderings or whatever you call it. We have to figure out the language,
Hmm.
right? But who wants to learn this exact process? We figure out the solution behind it and
Hmm.
how it's going to help benefit another event decorator, right? We already know that this AI is going to save time. It's
Hmm.
going to help with the customer experience. There's a number of things that this AI process, and we're gonna when I give you the homework, I'm
Hmm.
glad you mentioned this to me because this can be your selling mechanism right here.
I'm glad I showed it to you too, because I didn't know, I don't know.
This could be what you lead with your program. Like I'm going to show you how to take your business to the next level leveraging AI.
Okay.
And you start showing the behind the scenes of you, like let's just say you had your phone and
Hmm.
you showing people not necessarily your exact steps, but
Hmm.
on your social media. I just created my AI. I just rendered an event setup using AI or something like that.
Okay.
And like flash a screen over it, post that in on Facebook in on your content and see how many
Okay.
people will be interested in.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm finding like the people that are on my Facebook page who are my friends, they don't buy nothing from me. They just like,
You don't
oh,
want them.
so
You
good.
don't want
No,
that's
I
not your
don't. I
that's
really
not your
don't.
audience. That's not your
No,
audience.
it's
We're
not.
looking for the people who have a problem that you're looking to solve.
Okay.
Once you know the problem that you're solving and you start creating that messaging in your
Hmm.
content, you're going to start to attract the people who know that you have a solution for them.
Okay.
Those people are going to start following you. Those people are going to start, connecting with you. But we got to create the offer first. That's what we're talking about, building the
Yeah.
foundation. Create the offer, then we create the
Okay.
messaging, then we create the program, then we create the marketing, and then we create our sales process on how we're going to bring these people in and continuously building up your
Mhm.
program in your community.
Okay. I'm with it.
So just like Cassie does, right? She's really known and she's
Hmm.
dominated the industry as a crafter, right? I'm going to
Hmm.
teach crafters how to digitize and make more money online. She
Hmm.
shows you how you can become a crafter without owning equipment.
Hmm.
You can tell people your offer could be, I'm going to show you how to become an event decorator without owning the equipment and how to leverage AI. So what is your process? Using AI to build out the setups, having the vendors in place is going to do the work for you, and you're the creator. You're the creative mind behind it all. You go in and you facilitate, just like Kim does. She's not the
Hmm.
one necessarily doing all the work. She has her vendors, she have her
Hmm.
workers, but she's the creative mind that's facilitating it all.
Okay. I love that. Thank you
So
for
you
finding
need,
that because I didn't know that was there. But this is just a process that I do. So, yeah, so now I've given her the last thing at the end of the presentation. I give you your three levels. And then the other thing, what I learned how to do is instead of, I had to create these packages because what I found before, if
Mhm.
I give them the pricing for all this individual stuff, they'll start picking apart. And then I'll start losing money because when I do whatever my vendor is going to charge me, I'm going to put an extra little 20% off of theirs for me. But when people start taking stuff off, then I start losing money. So one of the things I put on here is this little clause here. So she
Mhm.
knew she couldn't say, I want to do tablescapes with this. No, the
Right.
tablescapes come with this next level. Like you
Next.
can't put the entryway here.
Right.
Um,
So that
so
also
that's one of the
I like that you're doing that because that also goes into your offer process. Like, right. So a lot of times people don't buy because we're giving them all the pieces. They're buying because of the experience and the transformation.
mm-hmm,
What's the payoff?
mm-hmm,
What is the payoff that I'm going to receive? Because once you start listing out all of these pieces, people get confused.
mm-hmm.
So we
Yeah, I
the way
learned
that
this
you
the hard way.
yeah.
I got burned so many times and lost so much money. It
Hmm.
just was ridiculous. I
Yeah, so
told her up
what
front.
I want you to do, what I want you to do, Sherry, is I'm glad that you told me about this AI. So remember I kept asking you,
Okay.
what is your process? I need you to
Well,
write out.
I didn't know.
So I need you to go in detail with what is it
Okay.
that you do when you're working with a client. What is the step one, step two, step three? What is your discovery process? Everything that you do
Okay.
that you outlining with them as a client, like act like you communicating with me, a client, and I want you to take me through that entire process. That's going to help us build out your offer as well.
Mhm.
I need to know your level of
Okay.
expertise. I need to know what your knowledge is. I need to know what are you doing that the next event decorator that's not doing that you could teach.
Okay.
Because when
Event
I go
decorator.
on Tori Williams, Cassandra, Kim, all these different people, I have never seen them talk about event decorating and connecting it to AI.
Now, I will tell you this, Kim doesn't do this um just on her social media, like telling the masses that this is what I do. She
Mm-hmm.
only does this if you are connected in her community. That's the only
Mm-hmm.
way you get this. I've actually tried to put it out like as a reel. I don't know that it landed really correctly because I ain't had no structure. I was just doing it like I did a reel where I walked through the process of what I do, but it was geared more toward the client. So the client could see this is the steps that it takes to deal with Sherry. But I didn't do it for people that I want to teach.
Right.
And I
So
just did a reel.
once we build a foundation, we figure out we identify your messaging and everything. Your
Mhm.
content now moving forward for a period of time is going to be catered to the people you want to teach.
I got you. Okay.
So like
Okay.
I have a video that I say, let me show you how you can create content using AI. Claude just helped me make $20,000 in my business from my content. Right. So imagine you create the same like video that says um how AI helped me land a new client. A
Okay.
15 how AI helped me close a 15K client.
Okay.
And then you show them not the exact step, but like
Yeah.
you show them that you'll slide your screen up on this presentation and you'll show them the
Hmm.
renderings that was created. Then you can
Okay.
create like I created a digital product that gives them the entire steps that
Mm-hmm.
you can sell. So now we start building the digital products and the offers around the solution. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
now who's that going to draw attention to? The people who's like, I can use AI to do this. What? Let me go ahead and buy this.
I see. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I never would think that I can teach this. I didn't know.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So that's what we have. I have more to the presentation, but I feel like
Oh, okay.
no. Hold on, wait. I feel like we are on a winning streak right now, and I don't want to overwhelm you. I don't want to overwhelm you
Okay.
with more information. So I want us to stay on this topic, and I
Okay.
want that. I have some homework that I want you to do, but
Okay.
in addition to the homework, again, I
Uh-huh.
want you to map out your
My step.
entire step process.
Okay. I can do that.
And I'm going to continue brainstorming. Once you submit this other homework, I'm going to continue brainstorming on how we can create your marketing message and your offer around this AI thing because I feel like
Okay.
we are in an AI age.
Yeah.
Anything AI now, people are jumping on it.
Okay.
Even for me, with the things that I'm going to help you do, I have prompts that you can use that I'm going to
Mhm.
give you to help you with the homework.
Okay. Okay.
So anything AI now, people are hopping on it, and I feel like this would be really good for what it is that you do.
Okay. I wanted to show you the other one that I did too, because this is the second time that I've done it like this. I did it with that
Oh,
other client too.
okay.
I don't even know if I could find it real quick, but let me see. Because I try to save, and maybe this could be my niche. Let me see if I
So
can.
even if you haven't landed this 15K client yet, right? That's totally fine. You can still say how AI can help you land a 15K client as an event decorator.
Okay.
And then you scroll up through your presentation and you show them bits and pieces of that process. You don't have to go in ChatGPT and do everything. And then you could say, if you want my exact process, you can maybe give them a prompt or something like that, or DM me for my exact process.
Okay.
And then you give them in that process, you'll give them like the steps or whatever. And that's like a new digital product that you have that you can sell.
I was trying to find my other one so you could see it. I don't know. I got three different Canva accounts.
I'm like, I
Oh,
just
this is
realized, like,
his. This is his right here. So this is the other one. This was at the Marriott. So I showed him this. I could turn it into this, which I did. This was
you
at
put
his
people,
actual party.
you put people on there.
I put people in there.
Oh wow.
This was the entry. I told him I could turn it into this, which I did. He had this exact thing. My drapist did. She did the Baroque draping here,
Mm-hmm.
but it was the velvet. So this was the room, and I turned it into this, which it was a lot better than what this is, but this just gave him an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I told
Do you
him
have
for
the
the,
final pictures
yeah, I
of this?
do.
So I want you to create a video of this, like your transformation, like
Okay.
we have to think about like how you can create a reel that shows the before and the after and
Okay.
how you use AI to do the process.
Okay. Okay. I can do that.
So yeah, I think this is really cool.
I think so too. Let me see if I could find, hold on. Let me go to my Instagram because I have his event here. This was his event. So this is how it actually turned out
It
here.
looks exactly like your AI version.
Yep. And then
So
this is
how I turned a 50, what is this? How I turned a um how I brought my client's vision to life using AI or something like that. And then you show the before pictures that you created
mm-hmm.
and then you show the after.
Okay.
If you want my exact process, DM me and you use it, you'll choose a specific keyword that will go for like, you know.
So this was what I did. This is where you're telling me how I should do the beginning and the end. This is what I tried to do in my little reel on Instagram.
Hmm. So you didn't have a hook on there because
I don't think so.
if I was to come across that video, I wouldn't really know what you're showing me. So we needed something that's
Okay.
going to grab their attention
Uh-huh.
because now we're speaking to other event decorators.
Okay.
We're not speaking to the client. Um
Right.
so we need something that's going to grab an event decorator's attention. Like how I made, I don't know what you made and you don't have to necessarily disclose it, but
Mhm.
how AI helped me land a $15,000 client. And then
Okay.
you show this mock-up version of
Hmm.
it and then you show the after.
Okay.
Or how to use AI to bring your client's vision to life as an event decorator.
Okay. Okay. I could do that. Um,
Because I'm gonna find the video, the one like I was telling you about 1 second that I
okay.
did for AI. Hold on.
Let me stop sharing. I'm excited. I'm glad you found something I could do because I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was just sitting up here clueless.
Okay, let me see. Is this it right here? Okay, so the video said, I trained Claude to create my content and in 30 days generated an extra 20,000. Right?
Mm.
So
Yeah,
now,
that would make me want to ask, well, how did you do that?
exactly. So you could say, I trained AI to um to land a 15K client.
Okay.
And then in the video, you're showing them what you did. And then I had
Okay.
another one that says Claude just changed how we create content, right? And then I have another one that says, let me find it. This one did really good. This first one. Um, so AI is designing my social media graphics, writing the captions, and automatically posting it. So I'm just speaking. Did you know that AI can
Mm-hmm.
design your graphics and post them automatically where it's going to free up your time? You can also create branded carousels that convey a message, provide step by steps on how your ideal client is going to be able to get to a solution, right? It's all about the solution. As you can see here, I've been able to design and write customized captions. So pretty much in the video, I'm just showing them on the screen what I did.
Oh,
To get ready to schedule 90 pieces of content for the month of April. If you want my exact workflow on how you can do the same exact thing, comment the word Claude below. AI is literally
oh,
taking.
okay.
So I didn't even like I didn't show them what I did. I just showed them the product, the
Okay.
final product, and I just explained to them. And if they want the process, they can comment below.
Oh, okay.
So you could do the same thing. Like Did you know that AI can create um your design setups as an event decorator? Look what I've been able to do. You have your phone on your computer.
Mm-hmm.
This is the before, and boom, this is the live in action. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? If you want my exact process on how I've been able to take an idea and turn it into reality, or however you want to say it, comment decorating below or something.
Okay. Okay. I can do that.
Okay. So that's what I want you over the next week. I want you, like I said,
Mhm.
to I'm gonna give you the homework. I'm gonna put that in your portal, complete
Okay.
that, and then just give me your entire breakdown.
My exact steps.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And then when we come back next week, I'm gonna try to have some. Once you give me your homework, I'm gonna try to
Mm-hmm.
have some more like ideas on how we can build out the offer.
Okay.
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 All right. Cool. Any questions?
Yes. Question
Mhm.
about the you have a training tomorrow?
Yes. Tomorrow evening, I think at 7 o'clock.
Okay, so I can come to that?
Yes, you can.
Okay. All right, because I signed up for it because you sent a link
Okay.
to me. So I signed up for it. So yes, I'll be there.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. So if you have any questions between now and then, you can send them to me in our Telegram chat.
Okay.
Um, I'm probably going to be sending some ideas because like my mind is going right now.
Now that you
Uh,
found something that I could do because I didn't
yes,
know.
yes. So yeah, like I said, let me know
Good.
if you have any questions, and then we can go from there. I'm
Okay.
going to try to have this recording uploaded in school too. So if you need to go back
Yeah,
and
because
view
I
it,
want to go back and listen to it again.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. All right, cool. Any final questions for me?
No, that's it.
All
I'm
right,
excited
awesome.
you found me something I know how to do.
Yes, I think that's going to be game changing because, like I said, we are in a time of AI. AI is making our
Mhm.
lives so much easier when it comes to business. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I guarantee you for sure that if once we get the messaging, we
Yeah.
market, you're gonna bring those people in that be like, I can use AI to do this. I didn't even know that was
Right.
possible.
Mhm. It
Yes.
makes a big difference.
So we just got to create the solution around why they need this AI.
Okay.
We
Okay.
got to create the message around like how this AI is transformative and
Okay.
how it's solution based.
Works for me.
Yeah.
What I think I might do also is the first one that I did, I might go back in there and redo it because I've learned how to use ChatGPT a little bit better. And then I
Okay.
can make his look a little better too.
Okay.
And then that way I can use it as content.
Makes
I
sense.
can make it look a little bit more alive. So I think I'll
Mhm.
probably do that. And that way I can, have something.
And now I also fully understand too, like why you're charging the $500 because if you're doing that, that
Mm-hmm.
equates to what the time that you're spending. It's not just I'm coming out to your venue to
Right.
get your ideas and that's it. You know what I'm saying? You're
Mm-hmm.
actually submitting or creating a whole presentation for them.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can say my time is worth $1,000 for this
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because it's solution based. I'm not just collecting a consultation fee to come
Right.
out and see your venue. Like I'm creating a whole experience.
Right.
So that's even more powerful too for your client side, for the service based business as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it. I love it.
Well, thank you.
All right.
I'm
Cool.
excited.
All right.
Okay,
Well, let
well,
me
I'll see
know.
you tomorrow in the
Yes, ma'am.
Zoom. I'll
Okay.
be there.
Sounds good. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, have a good
Okay.
evening.
All right. You too. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.